Before we focus on the specific needs of iOS devices, I want to take a moment to discuss basing styles off of device orientation. It's very common now for devices such as the iPad to change displays based on the orientation of the device itself. Let's take a look at how we can respond to that with media queries. So I have the tours.htm from the 0805 folder. Pretty much the same thing we've got going on, only I've sort of removed the mobile device style sheet so we can just kind of play around with our tablet styles. And what I'm going to do is change my media query. I'm going to remove the sort of minimum and maximum width. And what I'm going to do is replace this minimum width into this media query function. I'm just going to pass in orientation, portrait. So obviously we have two keywords here, and we have portrait and landscape. Now, my landscape orientation is going to be my main styles, the big ones. Only when it gets into that smaller screen size portrait, if you will, would I serve up the other one. Now, this is not exactly how I would do this. This is really just sort of just showing you how the orientation keyword works. Essentially, if you wanted to really customize your layout for tablet devices, you could serve up two tablet-oriented layouts, one for landscape and one for portrait. And this is one of the ways that you could filter which one gets sent to that particular device. Let's test it out. So if I save this and just preview this, say, in Chrome, you'll notice that when the aspect ratio of my screen is wider, so be sure to keep an eye on how support for this evolves, especially within the mobile world, if you want to really get that level of specificity of creating layouts that look one way on landscape and one way in portrait.